Hello students, good morning. Today we are going to start chapter number 2, cascading style sheet and JavaScript. Cascading style sheet, in short we can say CSS. Okay. uh, when you're going to design any website, for that you have to divide entire website into different part. First part, it will be your objects which are going to draw in HTML page. Okay, then second part, you are going to give some decoration, but you are just going to give the formation, that is called a CSS. Using that we can give the decoration to your HTML part. And number 3, we are going to give a validation inside that. Means user must enter the proper input in the proper field, so it is going to check by the JavaScript. So previous lecture we have learned how to design HTML pages. Now in this session we were going to learn about the CSS. CSS means cascading style sheet. So it will gives us the visual elements to the website. See, elements already we put on the screen, right? But it should be attractive, and it is made by the CSS. And JavaScript is used to avoid the duplication and that kind of things. Okay, but main part is CSS. In this lesson we will learn about the CSS. So first we will learn the syntax of the CSS. So remember, first it should be the selector. Selector means the tag which are going to use, so it will be first the selector. Then it will be curly brace is there. Inside the curly brace we have to write first property, then colon sign, and then the value. For example, here h1 tag is there. H1 is the highest tag in the heading tags, right? Means biggest tag in the heading tag. Now we are going to change the color of that, so it will be here color, so it is called the property of h1. And the value of means which color we are going to do, that is called green, so green is called the value. Done. So remember the syntax for the CSS, always it should be first, it should be the tag name, it is called the selector, then after the opening curly brace, then the property name, then colon sign, and then the value. Okay, so this is the first use of the CSS inside this. Now we are going to start a composer. Okay, inside that we will try to give take a new file. Okay, so from /n, before that we have to check it here. Go to the format, go to the tools and the option. Then here it should be checked here, use CSS style sheet instead of the HTML elements and the attribute. This option must be ticked. Okay, it should be on, then you can use all the things. Okay, right now we are going to go to the normal file, and I'm going to close this file. I don't want to use this, so don't save it. Now taking a new file, already take a new file. Now click here, cascading style sheet. Okay, now click on this. It will ask you the file name. For example, we are going to learn, type here my first CSS page. Okay, and then okay. Now it will ask you where to save, so we are going to save on that particular folder. Okay, now it is saved. Now here the main window is appear. Okay, what to do here now, which tag we are going to assign CSS. So first we are going to learn h1 tag, heading tag. Okay, so from here we can click here and all that tags will be appear here. Now select the particular tag like h1. Okay, so select h1 tag. Okay, now after selecting h1 we will click on the create styles rule. So once you click on that, here internal style sheet will appear, and after that h1 will be appear. Now here we have empty tags are there. Okay, this is the general tab, text, background, border, box, list, and oral. Now we are going to first change the appearance of h1 text. So first click on the tag. Now default we are going to change. Here two options are there, unspecified and predefined. So we will change text style, font style will be Times New Roman. Okay, now from the here it will display, it should display in uppercase. You can see changes are made here. Okay, then alignment, it will be in a center, cut it. And the font color, for this it should display the white, red. No, I want to just black color. Okay, so select the black. Okay, if you want underline, then you can also click on the underline here. So at the bottom it will be line here. Okay, but right now I don't want it, so I uncheck it. Now I want to set the background color of the heading tag. So select it and click here, and then go to the color and select the specific color. Right now I'm going to select the different color than that, this, right? And then click okay. No, in okay, we will just select it like this, and okay. right? We have selected red. Okay, instead of color, if you want to set any image in the heading tag, background of the heading tag, also you can set from click here and select that image from your computer, then it will be displayed the background. But right now we are just using the color also only. Okay, now if you want to set any border, so you can also set the border. Where you want to set the border, so select it. Okay, now click here and select the type of the border. For example, we want border as a dotted, so select the dotted, so this kind of line will be appear. Now width means medium, thick or thin, so it should be medium. Okay, and now they change the color of your border, so it will should be display in yellow, right? And then okay, so it will be in this kind of format. Okay, now rest of the things we are not going to use right now, because just is the demo part of to how to use the css. Okay, now click ok. Okay, now it is selected. Okay, now once you click here again, then you can see css h1 tag is already done, and here border color is there, bottom type is there, font family uppercase, center black, and background color is red is there. Now okay, now click ok. Now try to insert a first heading tag here, select it and click here. See, already added. Now type here, for example here I will type here uh, my first web page in css. Even though if you don't use caps lock on from the keyboard, it will automatically type in a capital letter, because we have assigned uppercase in that property. Okay, so this is the use of first how to use css. Okay, but if you see how the coding is made inside that, then click on the source part. You can see here, before that we have learned html and head and title, and then all the things we have done. But here you can see always css put between head tag and slash head tag. Okay, so how it will be put inside that, so it will be style type equal to text or css. Inside that, this is called the selector. In opening curly brace and closing curly brace, inside that this is the property, and this is called the value. Similarly, this is called the property and this is the value, and both are differentiated by the colon sign. Remember that. See, we are not going to type this, system will automatically type this kind of code. Okay, so remember, this is called the heading tag, or we can say selector. It is opening curly brace, closing curly brace. Before the colon sign it is called the property, and after the colon it will be value of that particular property. Now let's see, we are going to try to make the use of h2 tag. Similarly, we are going to assign h2 tag. Okay, so now come back to the normal. Now again click on the css. Now this way we are going to use another, that is called second heading tag, second. Okay, so for the general tag, and we are going to check the disable styles, it cannot be saved. So first we will save this one. Okay, now move that. Okay, so here we have created first css here. Okay, right, you can done here. See, okay, now see, we are going to assign a second way for h2 tag, so select it. Okay, now you can see here already we have created h1 tag. Okay, for the css. Now it is not displaying here, so what to do, click here and click on the style rule, so new will be appear. Now we are going to select the h2 here. Okay, so now select on the h2. Now click on the create style rule. It is right now it is blank, because we are going to now start to assign that properties. So text will be, it is we are going to use, that is it should be impact. Okay, as I said, it will be impact, and the font size will be, it should be large. Okay, and color this time it will be okay, it should let it black only. Done. Now we are going to, it should be underline also, and that will be okay, that in the case it will be just capitalize each letter. So first letter will be a capital, you can see a first letter of the each word it will be capital. Okay, now font style it should be italic, so little bit is slopy. Okay, and weight it will be bold also, because it is already bold, so I don't want to assign bold, but it will be some lighter. Okay, and alignment it will be left align, it should be left align. Okay, now background color, so I'm going to choose the background color as a white only, because I have set black color for the font color, so that okay, so it is white. Now border, I will going to select the border thick, okay, and its color we can change color as whatever we can like. For example, we are going to like this, so select it any red or anything and click ok, right? So we are not using this box and all that type visibility and hover and what the thing will display after that. Okay, so you can see all that changes we have done, that is here already done. Now click ok, so it is saved here. Now click here and press h2 tag here, so you can see here h2 tag is already up here. Okay, now we are going to set it at the bottom, h2 tag. Okay, and then you can see all that heading and what all that things which we have done will be displayed here. Okay, if you see the source code here, source code will be appear here, border color red and all that things. Okay students, so this way we can create, see, this way we can create all that tags and css in the document. Okay, after this, see, you can see here, after this we will learn how to create, see, this is the theory of how to use the css in a composer. Okay, or all the things which we have done, this is given here step by step, and that we have learned here. Okay, so this kind of things we have done. Also we have seen the source code which is up here. Okay, now we are going to learn the advantages of css. So first advantage of the css is it allows us to set up the format to the of the website without changing the underlying structure. We no need to change any structure of your website, just you can appear, you can change the properties and values. Okay, by separating the layout and the format specific properties of the website from its underlying logical structure. Okay, second thing, the web designer's job is make easier to change the style of an element. He only need to make modification in the css file. Means if you want to change some part of that things of the or your website, that you can easily change it. Okay, and using css makes website designing quick and efficient, so you can easily make your website and perfect, and it will be efficient also. Now some disadvantages also are there for the css, like css compatible varies with the different browsers, right? Like chrome, mozilla firefox, it is varies from different browsers. This means that some of the style sheet frames features are not supported by the browser, and styles cannot be displayed as per the user design. But nowadays the latest browsers, all that browser and its versions are made more standard and complicated compliant, and compatible with issues with the reduce. Okay, so all that browsers are support this css right now. Okay, now this is about the css. Now after this lecture we will learn how to create the javascript. Css is used to give the decoration, some styles to the your website and its content, while javascript will be used to give some validations and restriction on the user input. Okay, and that will we will learn in the next topic, how to use the javascript in our html page. Okay, till then, hope you student understood all the css. Do it your home or practice this, and after this chapter some exercises given as a lab work, so apply this. Okay, and like my videos and share to your friends also. Okay, thank you, bye.